I'm not gonna kiss you though.
I'm asking you to kiss me.
Oh, we know you don't ask for kisses, Charlie. With your weird ass. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island All Stars Season 3, Episode 6. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So we pick up with Belle, who was still irritated with Sean. She's now going back into the main villa area, and she's telling everybody, look, once Sammy drops him, he's gonna come calling back to you and me, Helena. It might be true, but girl, if you don't care for this man, then you don't care for this man. If you are done, then be done. I think that she genuinely is done with him. Maybe she just needed to get that off her chest so she could just put it all to rest. Even in bed, he was like, yeah, I do have other options and I'm trying to go about it respectfully. She said, I'm not one of them. You can have your options, ain't no problem. I just won't be one of said options. Millie pulls Scott for a chat, and Scottisha, here you go being messy.
Like a 100 scale, where would you say? Because he said 60-40, which is closer than I originally thought.
Treading a fine line.
No, you're not. No, you're not in a couple. I don't. No, because
I've been very respectful.
Having a cake and eating it a little bit.
I'm a single guy in here, bro. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
No, don't f it up.
On the one hand, I'm like, now, Scott, that wasn't your business to share. And I don't think he should have said the percentage thing. We know how the girls on Love Island would feel, how people in general would feel about being ranked in that kind of way. Like, oh, so-and-so's a 7, but so-and-so's a 10. This person, I'm feeling this much percentage, and this person, let's just not do that, okay? However, on the other hand, this is Love Island and people talk, right? And if Charlie did not want that information going out, he probably should have been more careful about who he shares that information with. You know what I'm saying? Then when Charlie and Scott have their conversation, Scott relays exactly what he said, because one thing about Scott, he's gonna stand on business. Tommy, you could learn a thing or two. Charlie's confused because he's like, I feel like I've been respectful. Like, why are you trying to make this seem like a bigger thing? Like, I'm single, I could do whatever I want, but also I'm not doing anything that's bad. So like, what's the big deal? Well, why are you so agitated? If you're not doing nothing wrong, why are you so mad? You could just be like, no, I'll go clear it up. Clearly you misunderstood me. Let's not do that again. But I'm gonna clear things up and it'll all be fine. Like, he was getting real, you know? And if he was just a little less annoyed by the situation, he would have heard what Scott is saying. And Scott is essentially saying, you are walking down a dangerous path. And if you really want to be with Millie, maybe let's choose a different path, because you're going to end up losing not just her, but also Jess. So do you want Millie? If so, stop the shenanigans. Essentially, that's what Scott is saying. And he was trying to prepare Millie for this, but she also, At first, Millie was getting agitated. She was like, oh, he's really towing the line here. He hasn't yet crossed the line, but he's getting close, and this is irritating me, and I do feel like he maybe wants to have his cake and eat it too. Once Charlie turns around and has a conversation with Millie, I don't understand why Scott is making this a bigger deal than it is. I don't think you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. I think really? The way she folded so quickly, I said, oh, girl, this is not going to end well for you. She was here like, 60-40 sounds good to me. And Charlie's like, yeah, hasn't he done math before? Like, 60 is good. The main point here is that you have a double standard. And although Millie did not want to be with Connor, the fact that she was entertaining flirty chats with Connor was a big problem for Charlie. But Charlie can say and then subsequently do things that are going to cross the line, and it's okay because he's the one doing it. But if Millie even is just flirting with the idea of flirting, that's a problem. For you, oh, it's early days, why should I be held accountable for anything? But for her, you want to hold her accountable. And this is how you successfully gaslight somebody, because when Millie is by herself, she's thinking clearly. When Millie is in front of Charlie, all of a sudden it's bare confusion. While all this is happening, Scott goes over to Leanne, and she's not really happy at the fact that he is in everybody's business. I do think that the way Scott is going about it is messy, but the objective is still one that I side with. I do think that it was good for him to expose this, especially because he ended up being vindicated. Makes it all the better. But yeah, he then is like, oh, so do you trust me? And she's like, I don't trust nobody. Good. Girl, you don't know these people from Adam, and you don't know if they're playing up for the cameras. You don't know if they're just trying to get the money at the end. You don't know anybody's true intentions. And even when you think you do, you don't. So it's good that she's keeping her wits about herself. That night we have some people getting busy in the bed. We have Leanne and Scott kissing. Girl, just have fun, okay? I know some people are like, oh, we don't trust Scott. Neither do I. Neither do I. Not fully. People are saying they don't trust Scott. They don't trust Jack. Can our girls just have some damn fun? Okay? We know the narrative typically doesn't go well for us. Just let us have this moment. Damn. So yeah, she's having fun in the bed with Scott. Cool. Whitney's having fun in the bed with Jack. Cool. I ain't mad at it. I'm surely not. You know who will be mad though? AJ. Because guess who's kissing Helena in the bed? Shaq. After he promised he wasn't going to kiss one person in the day and the other person in the night. Well, I guess he didn't kiss the person in the day, so I guess he got to kiss the person in the night. But the point is, I knew he was going to go back on his word, and it took no time. The next morning, tensions are high. Belle says no comment. When people ask her how her night was, we have a Scott who is still after Charlie for his lack of accountability. And he's still standing on what he said. He's like, I don't regret anything. And unlike these losers, I'm actually going to reiterate exactly what I said because I'm not going to pussyfoot around the matter. If I said it, I meant it.
Scott's all out of chats, mate. He needs to stay quiet for a little while.
No, I think you were very dismissive, being honest. Every single one of the boys had the same opinion.
Don't speak for me.
Just some fucking accountability for anything you do.
Tone it down a little bit.
Oh, I can't even be arsed this. Everyone's putting their fucking two-piece in. It's so early, and now I'm just getting absolutely like, what am I doing wrong?
It's just been like a drama.
Best of luck to the girls who get duped by Charlie's antics. And it's sad because I actually don't think that Millie is as duped as it may seem because she's able to like accurately call out what's happening. It's just as soon as she's in front of him, the narrative changes. And I'm like, no. You had a good read. Focus. Like, please focus. She had a good read on the situation. But whenever he's in her face, just chaos and calamity. We have Jess who's getting so emotional. Oh my gosh, one thing Jess gonna do is victimize herself. I miss the days when Whitney would side-eye Jess because there was a moment when these two weren't friends, but they became friends as their season went on and then after the season and stuff. But there was a time when Whitney was looking at Jess a little bit sideways, and it seems like that behavior in Jess is coming up yet again. Yeah, I'm sorry. All the tears and the whatever. I don't even know if there were real tears falling from her eyes. I didn't see him. Did you see him? I didn't see him. Did you see him? I didn't see him. So she's annoyed that everybody is trying to weigh in on her situation. She's like, why does everybody feel like they could put their 2 pence? Welcome to Love Island. You're trying to tell me that you have never inserted yourself in somebody else's connection? Really? Girl, come on. This is not your first rodeo. Moving on. Millie tells Charlie that he was an angry boy in the morning. And here he goes. Trying to say, well, would it have been that bad if I did kiss Jess? I don't know how this girl is not seeing that she being played. This man wants Millie to be sick over him, and I cannot stand when that happens. If you naturally fall for somebody and you're just so enamored by them, that's one thing. But for a person to deliberately try to make you obsessed with them is crazy. And this is a manipulation tactic. He is so good at it. The man is 31, you know? He's not no Tommy who you can argue. Maybe he's just a little bit naive here and there. This man knows what he is doing, and Millie is just falling for it. But again, she reads the situation correctly. She's like, I feel like you do these things to try to get a rise out of me. Yes! That's the problem. Yes, girl, that's what he's doing. And so he's like, well, you know, I do like to see you squirm a little bit. Ew. So he just told you to your face that he does love the fact that you were under his thumb. How did you go from being the most desired girl in the damn villa to being under this whatless man's thumb? Oh my gosh. Millie, I'm disappointed. In no time, here goes Charlie taking Jess up to the terrace and doing exactly what he planned to do this entire time.
I really appreciate you sort of sticking up for me this morning. With
always.
Scott. He's just come with smoke, basically saying that I'm trying to have my cake and eat it.
How?
Exactly. I'll do what I want to do, you'll do what you want to do.
100%. Like, whoa, I did not expect.
I don't know why I did that, because it just made my decision, like, harder.
This is the second time now he's stolen a kiss from a girl. And It's a slippery slope because when coercion happens, and though he's not doing the traditional coercion where he's trying to like convince them through words that they're okay with this, but as coercion goes, at the end of it, you think, well, I did enjoy it. So is it that bad that consent wasn't given? Yes, it is that bad. As somebody who was coerced and didn't realize it in the moment, it is that bad. So at first, regarding the kiss with Millie, I was like, I wish he gave her more of a beat to accept. But because she then went in for the second one, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. I ain't trying to put no allegations on him. All I'm saying is this is a very slippery slope, and I hope that he realizes that, and more importantly, the girls realize that. He's taking their autonomy away in these moments, and although it is little, it can have some big impacts. Shaq tells AJ that he did, in fact, have a kiss with Helena. He's like, well, obviously, I kissed her in bed. Obviously? Is that supposed to be obvious? You set a principle that I thought you were going to adhere to, and now it's just supposed to be obvious? Okay. But he does say that the night before, he did want to kiss her on the terrace, but he was holding himself back, and his feelings for her have not changed. This man then turns around and wants to seek advice from Charlie. I promise you, Shaq, the people who you have in your ear are just the worst. I don't know who the hell was there with you in Miami, but I'm sure it was like it was just as bad of a choice as the people who you choose to align with in the villa. Because at first it was Shot and what's his name? Let me say Shot. What's his name now? The Candyman. And now it's Charlie. Thank God the conversation did not go too long because they got a text that a recoupling was coming. The bombshells start first and then the guys get to have their pick. AJ decides to pick Shaq. Sammy picks Kieran. We haven't even seen these two. These two do not exist in the villa right now, but okay. Scott picks Leanne. Charlie picks Jess. Sean picks Helena. Connor picks Whitney. I am so mad. Didn't I tell you to move? I told you to move yesterday. What are you doing here? Anyways. Then we have Jack who picks Belle and Tommy picks Jess, but he made sure to give her a piece of his mind.
You mentioned that, you know, we're at different stages in life.
I put it to the back of my head and thought I'd give this a shot.
Did it really have to take 5 days for me to find it out? I'd rather it be deaded off and for me to be single right now.
He didn't need to say that. I'm so fucking rude. You're a little boy. Don't try and mug me off in front of everyone.
Now on Discord, there is a bit of discourse regarding if this was rude or if this was called for. I do think that it was muggy, but I don't think what he said was rude. I don't think it was rude. She said, oh, that's so rude. Maybe it's just an expression, but I don't think what he said was rude. What he said was absolutely factual. And let's be for real. From the first day, this girl has been trying to humble this man left, right, and center. I did not talk to you on the outside. I didn't call you for this. I didn't FaceTime you. I didn't whatever. Oh, he doesn't give me that oomph. He doesn't do this. Or, oh, actually, your mom was born. You're not. It's that like, oh my gosh. So I can understand the feelings just being pent up for Tommy and him just being like, nah, I gotta say what I want to say. Forget that. And then the guys are talking and, you know, Shaq is trying to be, oh, well, you know, shut up. Just shut up. Scott is like, Tommy had to say that in the way that he did so that Jess is aware she cannot walk all over him anymore. And I agree. Was it the best time? No. But that was the time that was available. And so he said it. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to fall for the propaganda that Jess is a victim. She's not. She'll be fine. Here are the girls rallying behind her, being like, oh, that was so bad. Why did he do that? That was so bad. Really? Wait until y'all find out what Jess has been up to. Charlie tells Shaq about the kiss, and Shaq is like, well, you know you're going to have to come clean before Jess finds out. And he's like, yeah, I do plan to. But is it really wrong? Yes, it is wrong. Because of the standard that you set, it is wrong. Before he gets a chance, I don't even think he was going to, but before he gets a chance to go tell Millie or to at least corroborate a story with Jess decides to take Belle and Whitney aside, and these two are gobsmacked.
Next minute.
You kissed?
Shh. I know. Stuck it on
You held this in all day?
Yeah.
Oh, this villa. She's done that to me. It's done. I love Jess, but accountability.
I've removed.
Why?
Because I can't do it no more.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Come here, please. Don't cry. I don't want you to be upset.
So Scott was right. And here, oh gosh. Here is Millie being suckered yet again into a situation that she is able to read. Like, you cannot tell me you believe that every time Charlie is just sticking something on to Jess and Jess is not a willing participant in this. Like, granted, the kiss was taken from her, but she constantly flirts back with him. It is reciprocated. The flirting is reciprocated. At the very least, the flirting is reciprocated. So let's, like, come on. Like, anyways, this girl had all of y'all rallying around her, being like, oh, Jess, we're so sorry, not knowing that she's doing some shicey stuff. Because remember, Billy was the same person who was like, oh, I wouldn't have kissed you if I knew that you had said to Jess that you wanted to kiss her. Now he actually kissed her. I'm sure she's, like, angry. I'm sure she's mad about that. So, yeah, I'm glad that when Belle and Whitney were walking away from Jess after she told them, Whitney was like, nah, what's her name now? Jess was dead wrong for that. If my friend did that to me, I would be livid. Jess was dead wrong for that. I'm like, thank God the veil is lifting. Oh, because I've had enough. Then we cut to Charlie and Millie having the conversation. And of course, this man is still trying to feign ignorance.
What's that look in your eye then?
She just told me off.
I'm just a little bit confused. Make it make sense.
I need to explore that.
Do you know how muggy that is on Jess?
I didn't go up there going, oh, I'm going to stick it on Jess, I'm going to go kiss her. I know now I've made the right decision. I've kissed Jess and I've still picked you. If I didn't kiss Jess, how would I have known?
The biggest issue for me is that this man set up a code of conduct for himself and for Millie. He expects her to adhere to it, but then he doesn't do that himself. That's a problem. You're also being duplicitous. You're saying one thing to her, one thing to Jess. That is a problem. So now that the women are now calling, what's his name out, Charlie out, there seems to be an understanding that maybe he should have navigated things better, as Scott was trying to say. There was a moment where Jess was upset at Scott. She didn't say this to him, but she was like, he's supposed to be my friend. Why is he doing this? He's doing this because he is your friend. He actually was looking out for the women to be like, listen, I don't think this is a good thing that you're doing here. I do think it's going to be messy. Pick the person who you want to go with and stick to that, because this is not good. And all of this could have been avoided if they would have just listened to Scott. Okay. Then here goes Charlie. He's like, doesn't it speak volumes that I kissed her but chose you? That sounds like the rhetoric of, well, my man knows where home is. Oh, Lord. I don't care if you know where home is. Once you get home, these locks going to be changed. Your clothes are going to be outside. What do you mean? So you can just go around and do whatever as long as you pick me at the end of the day? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we'll see if Millie's going to be able to cut him off for good. I don't know. This man is also like, oh, if I didn't get to kiss her, I wouldn't have known where my head was at. Just shut up. Just, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.